This video shows how to create a new repository in GitHub. The screen you see is what I see, at least at the present time when I go to GitHub and sign in. You'll notice on the left-hand side of the screen there are some of my repositories that are listed. If I wanted to, I could see all of my repositories by clicking Show More. What I want to do now is create a new repository, and so I'm going to click on New.
If you just created your GitHub account, you're more likely to see a screen that looks like this. And there are two places here where you can click to create a repository. There's one that's shown on the left-hand side of the screen here, and if you scroll down, there's also one in the center of the screen. But please use the button that's indicated here on the left-hand side of the screen, as that will give you the same steps that I'm going to demonstrate next that are available to me as a user that already has had a GitHub account established.
And there are lots of different ways to create a repository, but I'm going to show you what I found to be the easiest one. So the first thing you would do is type in a name for your repository. In our case, let's say we are creating a repository to execute a tutorial on GitHub. We might use the name GitHub_tut for a tutorial. Next, I would type a description of what this repository is. And unless you have a pro account, make this a public repository so that anybody can see it. And in fact, that's going to make it the easiest possible for you to collaborate with your teammates in the tutorial where this video is going to reside. Next is to click on Add a README. And essentially what that button will do when you click it is that it will create a README markdown file in the root of this repository that essentially repeats the description that you've typed up here, so that when people come to the repository they will know what's going on there. And then the last thing is we click on Create Repository. And you'll see that GitHub takes me to the new repository, which has the name that I specified. And currently there's only a main branch. And this is for the people who are doing the tutorial on GitHub. This is the repository that you, along with your team, will use to develop some code.